from yesterday when it comes to Mussolini and the revolution. What we learned was the diaspora still came out, still organized, still cared after nearly 1 year of the revolution. Could they have come out in even bigger numbers all across the world? Yes, they could have, but they're also somewhat disillusioned and disappointed because there's been no tangible wins. There's been no movement of the dial. And beyond all of this, it comes down to belief. How much do you believe in it? How much do you believe in the people in Iran to be able to free themselves? Because no revolution is ever successful if it doesn't happen from the inside. The outside is crucial, but it's an ecosystem. One needs to feed the other, right? There's 8 million Iranians abroad. Be their voice. That's what the diaspora has done. Yes, there is division, and that's the problem. Iranians at times, the worst element is that everyone thinks I should be the big fucking I am. I know better. I'm better than you. I've got more qualifications than you. My family's better than you. It's all about ego. Fuck your ego. Fuck your ego. It's all about overthrowing the Islamic Republic. If you truly love Iran, that should be your main consideration. Not illusions of grandeur, how you're going to be the leader. And, oh, I don't quite like that. I want the perfect revolution. Fuck the perfect revolution. Because done is better than perfect. Because perfect never fucking gets done. So this needs to be the start of what happens inside Iran. It wasn't enough. Let's call a spade a spade. All the hype, all the talk was that people were going to come out in big numbers, but it just didn't materialize. Yes, there were protests in Qamishli, in Arak, in Sanadash, in other areas, in Khuzestan, in some elements of Tehran, but it still wasn't to those numbers. People will say, well, look, you know, they mobilized so many Basijis, those bastard Basijis, over 10,000 of them on top of the police, almost becoming a military state. I get that, but how often are we going to go down this road? We know their playbook. Their playbook has been like that in 99, 2009, 2017, 2019. They're always going to play the same playbook. Brutalize, torture, kill enough of them, execute, frighten them enough that they'll pull back. Because there's no use starting these things if you can't fucking finish the job. And that is what matters. People can't be allowed to die in vain, can't be allowed to be tortured in vain, raped, persecuted. Because when you start something, you've got to finish it. Otherwise, it's better not to do it at all. So this needs to be start of Revolution 2.0. The Iranian lionesses have been amazing with their civil disobedience, right? But it's still not enough. This has to be a collective. What do people say in the protests? Early on, they say we don't need spectators, we need participants. It's no use just honking your car and just staying in your car. You can use your car in helping others to block the Basijis, but so many people are not doing the next thing. It's no use just videoing things on social media and that is it. Because freedom doesn't come free and you can't get freedom from the window. It's a collective. History shows that when it comes to revolutions, when it comes to toppling dictators, they never go freely. In the end, an evil dictator is toppled because of either assassination, big enough protest movements, foreign intervention, like it happened with Hitler and the Third Reich, when the Germans were freed, or people start to really defend themselves and arm themselves. No one wants blood, right? You have to be sick in the fucking head. But the revolution to be successful, people have to believe in it, because seeing is believing that this is the Big Bang. And secondly, have to pay the price. There has to be a price to be paid. Sadly, that's the reality. Nobody wants it, but that's the reality. If there's no price to pay, then there's no successful revolution, because history shows you that there's always a price to pay in order to be free and to be victorious. And this second element has been a crucial weakness in 44 years, inheriting silence and not prepared to pay the price. You do it, and you do it, and then you do it, and then I'll join it. It takes a collective. And when you're collectively there, you don't become the drop, you become the ocean.